the greatness and the goodness. Have a pity on me and those who are hearing too. Your mercy to those who are hearing the words and the teaching. And forgiveness from you because of Yahushua. We said in Nazareth because of your love in Yahushua. So acquire my prayer, and I hear my prayer. Bless these words so that it brings profit to those who are hearing, grace to those who are hearing, and happiness, peace to those who are receiving. So manifest the glory, Father, by opening the mind of everyone so that they repent and be healed. When my prayer and my calling, I am thankful that you are acting and answering prayer, and the Father the grace those who are hearing and hearing the words. When my prayer, Father God, wonderful Lord, but the devil and Satan will make trouble and disturb the works of your sons everyone. Experience the free children of Yahushua. I command them, go in here in the name of Yahushua, the mighty one, the mighty and authority of heaven and earth, and our first God bow down before Yahushua, because you are mighty, Yahushua. So answer my prayer. Those who are here, you hear them. Those who have a problem, you release them and their protection to your kingdom, and to me and to all the sons of God. So bless and hold us on, grant the prayer. To us your grace then, and the goodness to those who are hearing the words. But the work of the darkness, I command in the name of Yahushua, therefore in the name of Yahushua. So hear my prayer, answer it. For you, say good Father, the glory forever. The name of Yahushua, I am doing that words and the prayer, and the spirit of soul form you to the Son of God with reverence and make us happy inside of you, and I can more out the Son of God inside of you, because in you is inner life and peace. And to us it is to all of your sons to receive first from you, but the devils make trouble. I command in the name of Yahushua, I have no place here. Thank you very much, Holy Father. Hallelujah. Amen. We are with happiness and we are grateful to come to you again for this dish. Coming to you is the Ambassador of Yeshua, Samson Dwar. I'm very glad to greet you in the name of Yahushua. And those who are with me too, to transmit the word, so they are with blessing of Yeshua to all of us. So we have seen the teaching which talk to us about the God of the Jew, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is the true God, and the mighty God. No God is mighty than him. He is the God of Samson Dwar, who is me. Why I say to you, there is no God mighty than him, is simple. Because if the people of Israel were cast out of their answer because of this God, that they were cast out of their lands, we have given the exiled. You will exile to your own land. We have seen that chapter and verse. So if that is the case, it's like benefits for those who hate Israeli people, and also so the enemy of God won the crown, because out of their land are those people that got protected. So that till then we have seen that nothing to be done. Nothing to be done. Why God is mighty? Because he himself cast out his people. So there's the question of mighty or not. We didn't see that there are cities divided in two, or seeing that kind of miracles anywhere. We didn't see that. Do you understand? But since this situation, we have to see who is the God and true God. Who is the true God? Because if God vomited out Israel out of Israel, so they are really scattered in this world. we can say then that it's really so the first God then won the ground. We can say that because the beloved one that they were slaves in their land. So the first God is happy in seeing that. The first God are happy seeing that. And to the foreign nations, the Israelis carried out and enslaved there. And God gave a need then an order to Jeremiah the prophet. We turn them back, and not only Jeremiah saying that Ezekiel too say that. Some prophet declared about it. You can see that in Ezekiel 38, 34. We turn back to Israel, those who said the Israel people. We turn them back to the Orient. Ezekiel 34 from verse 13. Let's see. Ezekiel 34 from verse 13. I'll bring them out from the nations and gather them from the countries, and I'll bring them into their own land. I will pasture them on the mountains, in the ravines, and in all the settlements in the land. Israel is settlements in the land, ravines. So I will bring them back to their own land, and I will protect them. Even Ezekiel said that return them back to their own land, the Israeli people. Jeremiah too affirmed, because Ezekiel was after Jeremiah. Jeremiah was before and after Ezekiel. The two prophets prophesied the returning back of Israel on their own land. These two prophets. It's clear then that it is founded that they return back to their own land. And there is, they were under the mighty of the first God. That's why they were slaves. Like the God of American, we know that American, they didn't pray of the God of the Jew. Also the God of Russian, the God of French, Deutsch, English, those who dominated that the Israeli people shattered in this world, and also they themselves, they are hitherto in the period of Hitler, they were feared, so they were scared in the whole world. The people were really forced God on the ground. That's why Hitler arrived to kill 6 million of the Jews. 6 million of the Jews Hitler killed. If you see what is seen here, there is an existence of God really abandoned the Jew. It was on 1939 until 45. It is really extermination of the Jew. So they were never escaped their pain related book, because the Jew turned back then on their own land. On 18 and 22, they turned back on their own land. If I count it, the Jew in Germany were, and those who are around Germany, the Jews were really excelled, and those who were the Orients, they excelled, but those who returned to Israel didn't touch. But the Jews in the foreign nations, they killed those who were slaves. They were killed 6 million that they were killed, but those who returned back to Israel, they didn't care. If we count it, those who refused to return back, God killed them. Those who refused to return to Israel, they were killed. Because God said that I return back, so Hitler killed those who refused to return back. We don't know why they didn't arrive to return back. You know the story? So here, we are seeing that an occasion where is an enemy of Yahweh, the God of Israel. I want to say, he is Yahweh, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God of Samson, Edward, who is me. It is an occasion of the first God to show his first year. By what? But how did the people say not to return back? Because they didn't return back when they went. So that God is mighty. Because that God can arrive to resist the word of God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So that's why Hitler, when Hitler killed all of the Jews, so they didn't return back. So for God take the crown, won the crown, they are profitable. Because if they didn't return back, so they are won the crown. Nevertheless, they return back on their own land. Who is mighty then? The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and Psalm 2 is mighty. Who is then the true God? The God of Israel. So he explained that he's the mighty. The reason to say then that the God of Israel is mighty, because the Jew arrived to return back on their land. So if the first God were mighty in the place that the people were enslaved, so they should hold the people of Israel not to return back to their land. This is an occasion for them to show the force. How did the people not to return back to their own land when they were exiled? That they were not stopped not to arrive in Israel. So the God of Ezekiel and the mighty who make them to prophesy are mighty. So no one held back to the people of Israel by their slavery in the our land, because Father God was torturing it many years back. First God then have many attempts to hold them. So that's why Hitler killed all the Jew in the slaves in their land. But the first God couldn't stop, but the Jew returned back to the own land. So it's clear that the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God of Psalm 2 is mighty. Yes, that's true. He's then the one who is mighty. So, for you then, you see that no one resists this God of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and the God of Psalm 21. No one resists him. He is the true God, and he is really the mighty. So no one is mighty than this God. Apart this force, if you say that God is mighty, apart what this the question, apart what is that God is mighty? If he is mighty, he should. Why is mighty? Why is mighty? These are the question that first God so is first. So those who were exalted by him don't like to go back to the land. So that's a proof that the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob in Psalm 2 is mighty, because we are seeing it. Our eyes seeing it that the people return to their own land. Why not? He's not mighty. Why not? He's mighty. He's really mighty. He is called Yahweh, the name of the Father God, and Yahushua, the Son. So this word, the word of this God, you couldn't resist. So this saying that blessing, you couldn't touch that. And Son of God, this God said that our children are blessed. So you are blessed. Are the Son of God. So they are blessed at the end. Whatever is happening, they are blessed. And Son of God receive that blessing. Amen. That's very good. That's very good. And glorifying the one created heaven and earth. That's the first. This is the second step, and affirmation that he's the true God. It's fair if you glorify him, because he's the true God. We are glorifying him on this festivity that our Son of God prepared for the glory of Yahushua and of that Yahweh. The second is, you see then that this God is the only true God, and this God taught salvation and rescue. He saved everyone, and people, his step is to save people on earth. So the God that I am preaching, he is different of yours. I say to you that so often. For example, concerning these 10 commandments, saying that my God is not like your God, because anywhere those who are with Jesus, Yahweh, Jehovah, they follow this God is another God, and make people to observe 10 commandments of Moshe, and also There are many variety of gods, and some still Yahushua making people to observe the commandments, but the true God I am preaching to you is really destroying 10 commandments. And I myself, I inform you of observe 10 commandments. If you will die, you will go in hell. That the word that I give you is clear and neat. There is no addition and there is no confusion. You shouldn't die. Shouldn't get. Now one says you are very well done. Your God is first. I say that your God is first. If your God is mighty, your God couldn't like the Jew to turn back to your lands, but stop them, because that is the God I am preaching, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So if there is another God mighty, that God should resist, so he couldn't. And also I prove for the scripture that all the God anywhere, all the God, I'm proud of this God is first. They are first. Even the Jew, they don't know their own God. No. That's why they killed. That they will know this God one day. They will see this God one day, as Hosea said, saying that they are searching the God one day. Hosea, they will search the God. Hosea 4:3 and 4, they surely will live many days without king or prince, without sacrifice, stones, without effort, the Torah. This is what we are seeing now. There is no king here. There is a prime minister, but there is no king. And there is no teraphim, there is no effort, there is no sacrifice, because there is no temple there. It is applying nowadays, this prophecy of Isaiah. Continue. After a while, the Israelites will return and seek the Lord, the God, and David the king. They will come trembling to the Lord and to his blessing in the last day. In the last days, they will shout the God, but now they didn't care. Now they don't care. That's why the people rape the scripture nowadays. They themselves should protect the word of God. They didn't care over the name of God. They don't care. And they also say that they never know me. God says, to those I say, here I am, they will know me. And there my name is called. They will know my name. Not only Israeli people. It's clear then that the God is, no one knows him. Only I am teaching. Me and you, son of God. And this true God is really different. I said that don't scold him. God is not mocked. The God I am preaching to you. Sorry. So if this teaching is wrong, everyone rise up. Who don't know it, people are never hearing it. It is protected on the TV, international internet, RTV, Yahushua.com. You just tap it and you see the TV of Yahushua. This radio and this TV, the world see it. And it is properly on the TV local here. The festivity of Yahushua, white people don't see it. Because it was broadcast by this TV local too, where it is broadcast by satellite. So people are there from my seat, but in the domain that seeing it, they are seeing it, and so broadcast on the news. So people see it. White people don't see this teaching that this something like this podcast in Madagascar country. People know that you couldn't refuse because it's correct. Shouldn't they? And this I explained this God who is true, the true one, the original God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who is God, Yahushua, his son, and Yahweh, the Father. This they really forbade me not to observe the commandments and love Moshe. That's why the Jew hated Paul the Apostle or Saul. For Apostle Saul is the same. Saul or Paul is called Saul. So the scripture says that the 10 commandments is a ministering of death. So get ready, all of you, observing 10 commandments. It brings death. It means it brings the devil. 2 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 7. If the ministry that brought death, which was engraved in letters on stone. 2 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 7. Ministering which brings death. Ministry that brought death. What was brought by what is on stones brings death. What was written there, 10 commandments. And people serve God by it. By this, what it brings, it brought death. Who is the author of death? Hebrews chapter 2, 14. The devil had the power of death. Hebrews chapter 2 and verse 14. Since they today have flesh and blood, they too share in their humanity, so that it is death, he might destroy him. How the power of death? That is the devil. The one who had the power of death is the devil. The commandment is a ministry brought death. It means a ministry brought devil. These 10 commandments in this explanations really. It is Esther. It is that the Lord says. You observe 10 commandments, get ready. The devil is with you. The proof is you are saying that you are sinner. That's the first proof. You say you are a sinner. Nevertheless, sinner is caught. The devil sinned from old. 1 John verse 6. 1 John chapter 3 and verse 6. Now one who lives in him keeps on sinning. Now one who continues to sin has ever seen him or known him. You don't see this God nor known him. You are a liar. And God affirmed that you will see this from the devil. It is from the devil. 1 John chapter 3 verse 8. You does what is sinful is of the devil. Because the devil has been sinning from the beginning. Yeah. Clearly the word of God here. You will see this from the devil. From the devil. Because the devil sinned from the beginning. You said you are sinner. Those who are with Jesus, they are sinner. With Jehovah and the Yahweh, they say that they are sinner. That something exists. I don't criticize you. You live in it. That's why you are saying in your church, sinner. And that's correct. They are, this is their attitude. This character, clear that they are, the soul sin is from the devil. So this is the result of 10 commandments. Ministry brought death. That's why Paul is saying in Romans chapter 8, when 10 commandments arrived in Romans chapter 7 and verse 8. Romans chapter 7 and verse 8. And there was a life apart from the law. But when commandments arrived, sin sprang to life and I died. What 10 commandments brought? Brings death. So this is our first proof that it brings death. It brings sin. The meaning of that, it brings death. That's why it says called ministry of death brings devil, make you to be sinner. Second, those who keeps the commandments, God said that they are separated from Yahushua, separated from the Son of God. Galatians chapter 5, verse 3 and 4. Galatians chapter 5, verse 3 and 4. Again I declare to every man who lets himself be circumcised that he is obligated to obey the whole law. You who are trying to be justified by law have been alienated from Yahushua, you have fallen away from grace. Everyone observing, trying to be justified by the law and the 10 commandments, you are separated from the Son of God. But God said that observe it, it is needed. But the scripture said that you are separated from me if you observe 10 commandments. There is a different God here. The true God saying that Yahushua is his name. You are separated from him if you want observing 10 commandments. This is the law. This is the God, the source. That the first God said that observe 10 commandments, you are separated from God. You are sin, the way he makes you to separate from God, because circumcision is a sample in the law of Moses. If you read Leviticus 11, Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 3, circumcised on the 8th day. Leviticus chapter 12 and verse 3, on the 8th day the boy is to be circumcised. On the day the boy is to be circumcised, the law itself says that circumcision is the law of Moshe. So if you observe the law of Moshe, the law itself says that you are separated from Yahushua. That's the second. First, you are sinner. When you see brought death, it brings the devil. You are sinner, the meaning of it. You sin is from the devil. That is, you are from the devil. Then every one observing the command is from the devil. The scripture says that the truth teaching from the true God. Read the scripture. There is no reference of context. It's clear. It brings devil. Read the scripture. Read the scripture and you see that. The second, you are separated from Yahushua. You observe 10 commandments, you are separated from Yahushua. Separated from the true God. And the Son of God, the true God. That's the second. The third, you observe 10 commandments, they are not righteous anymore. They are not righteous in the sight of God in observing 10 commandments and the law. You never. Galatians chapter 3. Galatians chapter 3 and verse 11. Clearly, no one is justified before God by the law. No one is justified before God by the law according to the law. The scripture said that no one is justified in the sight of God anymore. If we talk about 10 commandments and the law of Moses, you are not just. That what is fruitful. A part of you are in the death, you are sinner, you don't go in heaven, the sinner, because no sinner go in heaven. And it is seen that no one is righteous, you are sinner, and sinner have no right to enter heaven. 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 9. Don't you know that the wicked won't inherit the kingdom of God? Wicked won't inherit the kingdom of God. You say that you are not righteous, you say you sinner, you are not righteous then. And you observe 10 commandments. You confirm yourself that you are not righteous. You say in sinner, don't resist what is the truth. Or say Jeremy saying that you are not sinner too. You are sinner and now you say that you are not sinner. Because you are Jeremy. That's why you need the baptism you are going to do the 25th of February and it tomorrow 18th February. So today I said that all of you never go in heaven. All of you observe 10 commandments. If you go in heaven, the scripture is false. Your God is false. What you are doing is false. So why else you are writing? I don't understand. You are writing day in. You are writing to be lost. Or you refuse to go here and talkative. That's why I say don't be talkative. The devil will catch you bad. I say, go on your way. You don't know what God is going to do. Go here. Come here and ask to Yahushua that I speak here and forgive me, Yahushua. Maybe Yahushua forgive you. But you, if you there at this moment, those who are not righteous, they don't inherit God's kingdom. You are sinner. Any sin that everyone of the 10 commandments, no one is justified in the sight of God. You are not righteous. If you observe Sabbath day or abstain swine, you are not righteous. You are weak in yourself, not eating on penit kasabayan swine. You are weak in yourself, better to win on this. Nothing on Sabbath. But you are not righteous. You are not righteous. God says, if you observe 10 commandments, you are not righteous. Nothing can be done. I speak clearly the words. You are weak in yourself. You think that you observe such a path saying to be justified. God says to you, you are not righteous. You pay 10 paths, you are not righteous. You weak in yourself. You weak in yourself. So it is said that dark wheat is around the field. God's kingdom you don't see. The righteousness you don't receive. I say dark, but reveal something else worse. Worse, do you understand? Yourself, if that world is up in you, you are stuck there. Do you understand? When 10 commandments and left, sin sprang to left, Romans chapter 7 and verse 9. Sin sprang to left. First remark is brings broad death. Second, separated from Yahushua. The third, not righteous, not different. And we have seen two son of the devil because those who commit sin son of the devil. That's disaster. And Ten Commandments from sin to life, Romans 7 and 9. How will you be free by these words? You have to enter in heaven by these words. You have to enter in heaven. So don't cut the word. Why I was say that if you want to have in your life, observe the command. First, this word is only for people Israeli. These words, because Yahushua talked to the people Israel and clear that the Calvary is not finished yet. So normal is the speech of Yeshua. To them, keep your commandments if you want to be alive. But people come to say, I observe all the things that I am not perfect. That's true. Those who are observant, they are not perfect and sinner, not separated from Yahushua too. Means you brought death, and Yahushua said that if you want to be perfect, come to me. And the law says that the scripture says that Ten Commandments did make you perfect. Did make you perfect? These are Ten Commandments. If you read Hebrew chapter 7, that's what Matthew Marks, 4 remarks could make nothing. Don't make nothing perfect. Hebrew 7 verse 18 and 19. The former regulation is set aside because it was weak and useless. For the law made nothing perfect. That is, made nothing perfect, this law. Not made everyone to be perfect. No, not perfect. Couldn't make you perfect. This Ten Commandments and the law of Moses could make nothing perfect. So it's in for you to observe it. But God said that be perfect. Matthew 5 and verse 48. So because of that, be perfect before as your heavenly Father is perfect. Be perfect. But Ten Commandments couldn't make you perfect. That's why people said that why I am not perfect. God knows that these Ten Commandments couldn't make you perfect. They also said that follow me. Share everything that you have and follow me. The meaning of following me is he who believe me, what I did, he is going to do. That is the meaning of follow me. John 14 and verse 12. You believe me, what I do, is going to do. John 14 and verse 12. If you believe Yahushua, that the meaning of follow me. Sorry. Because you are not with Yeshua, you don't believe him. That's logic. So if you then arrive to walk him to the work that he has done, what the work that he has done? Depart from Ten Commandments. He also destroyed Ten Commandments. You have to do that. You couldn't observe these Ten Commandments. So if you then want to be perfect, depart from Ten Commandments. The scripture says that it's a ministry brought death. You say sinner, it never depart from you, being sinner. Do you understand? If you are someone said that that's not correct, why say that you are sinner? The scripture affirmed the things inside of you. Yourself observe Ten Commandments. Ministry brought death. The devil is the devil, and the devil is sinner from the beginning. So you say that you are sinner. You justify again yourself by these words. But this is a fully confirmation what you are seeing now. It was confirmed fully your situation that you are sinner and you will go in hell. Because no sinner is going in heaven. And you are again resisting? That's really absurd. If you are really resisting, that word, because your life said that you are sinner and you prove that you are sinner and you want to be the first sinner. And so the scripture affirm that this is the result of Ten Commandments. If you want to observe Ten Commandments, they are separated from Yahushua. So that means that you are sinner. Ministry brought death brings devil. The devil sinned from the beginning and you are separated from Yahushua. Not with Yahushua, you are not with the Son of God. So this you are going to affirm again to resist that because that's your life. If I am hearing that, my place is a place of the sinner being lost. It is not that the sinner will retain in heaven. I myself, I know that this place where I am makes me sinner. Separated from Yahushua too. This place where I am. A place that makes me not in the heaven. I stay there. No. Yahushua said that no one go to the Father, but those who keep in the commandments, they are separated. The one going in heaven. Why I am still staying in this place? Clear that the God you are for is false. Because this God makes you sinner. But the Lord say anywhere that is the end of our life, not to sow to save, and that is here not to death to hear, but your iniquities have it first from you, and your sins have it first from you, and listen not to listen to you. Isaiah 52 and verse I've read. So the arm of the Lord is not to sow to save, and nor is here to doubt to hear. By your iniquity I have separated you from your God. Your sin I have hidden his face from you, so that he won't hear. He won't hear. He will not hear you. You said that you are sinner. God doesn't listen to you. In the book of John, say that we know that God doesn't listen to the sinner. John 9:31. We know that God doesn't listen to the sinner. So who is hearing you? You know that God doesn't listen to the sinners. You say you are sinner. Who is hearing you? You don't come to yourself that they're fruitful of the first God you are serving. That they are fruit of Jesus. He is the God of the Greek. He makes you to be sinner. And God doesn't listen to you. And you said that why the scripture says that if someone said that he is not sinned, he may God a liar. Normal. If you don't arrive again in Yahushua, you are a liar if you say that you are not sinner, because in Yahushua you are not sinner. Because sin is manifested to take away sin, there is no sin in him. If you are not arrived again in Yahushua, you are sinner. So at this time, being sinner, saying that you are not sinner, you are a liar. You are a liar at this time. That is, if you say that you are not sinned, make him a liar, because you are not in him. Why you said that you are not sinner? But those who are in Yahushua, they are called not sinner. But those who are not yet in Yahushua, they are called sinner and liar. If they are saying that they are not sinner, but they are not yet in Yahushua, liar. Like that, all of you hearing me. If you hearing me, not in Yahushua, not baptized yet in Yahushua, I baptized you. I say, I baptized you yet. I didn't baptize you yet. If I didn't baptize you yet, all of you are sinner. That's why I said to you, you must pass under my eyes, so it's okay to you. That's the reason of it. You are angry. Why not only you? I ask you a question. Why you are not being sinner? Why is the place? Because of this you baptize is all of you. So again you are saying not sinner again. So to become not sinner, you come to the one not sinner. So it's proper. Or else it's not simple. You say that you exalt yourself. So now the scripture said that the scripture exalts itself. Because one source you were baptized, you may drink one spirit. So the source is from Father God, and they're from Yahushua and pass to me. Because the Lord says that you will teach to the baptism. Because the spirit before you must pass to me and arrive to you. Because your baptism may drink, the spirit pass to me and pass to you too. And if I am not holy, so this is not proper, because something holy is not given to what is not who is not holy. That's why it must pass to me. Because if you are not if you are not holy, or yourself say that you are holy, so you act lie up LA. If you say to me, we are holy where? You add again the lie in you. It is in that you are sinner and you lie. Because before you said that you are sinner. So if I give the explanations, you say again that suddenly you are not sinner. What that means? That colors are discipline. So you are immersed in hell and died, you go in hell. Oh, save yourself. I say to you, save yourself. How about you? Yes, that's the ways. Save yourself. Come to Yeshua, to the baptism. There's no way else. There's nowhere else. That is, you have come to me. That's the law. That's why you need me. For your realization among the whole world. In this world, those who want to be free must pass under my eyes. That's a law. Who makes you free? Who makes you free? Who makes you free? You are senior together, makes free to the other, like the ridiculous everyone that the pastor were baptized and then the pastor baptized and then the pastor baptized. What is this future? It is not free. A pastor couldn't make sins away. It's a game of the church. Even the game of the church is helpful, but for them this is not help. Teaching that the teaching of the devil. The final of it is some brings blue and white garments. For example, and at Mary, that is blue and white is sprouting everywhere in our directions. Bringing it is those who pray on the Sunday and the Friday, Saturday, everyone bring it. I have thought that I just for my words, this angel is called abandon or apparent that about it, because we know the story of it. And also there was a prophet in that church, in this church, and this prophet said that brought garments blue and white, so that by between you be blessed. So all the church bring it and imitate all the church, but they didn't know that Abaddon and the Baron is a devil in the kingdom of Satan. A soldier of Satan is this Apollyon or Abandon, a soldier of Satan. And I know that the shepherds, you know that, they know that, but they are still doing it. Maybe they made a covenant with the devil and they don't care. They said that they are scholar. Wait, why not? They don't understand. Do you know what I want to say? They said that they are scholar and they analyze. Why not? There's religions that Abaddon is a devil. Read the book of Satanic. That was found in the book of Satanic. This Abaddon, angel of Satan. I don't know their row. We have read it. Their rows might be fourth row. A soldier of Satan is Abaddon, but the force of Abaddon is a reign in all the church. So the force of Satan is followed in the church. The force of the devil you are hearing. That's why you say that you are sinner. It is Esther. And also separated from yourself those who observe 10 commandments. Among it is about 10 parts. Your God is false. Really? Sin is what is happening to everyone. Why you are not come to yourself? Maybe say that because of you are unhappy. Why you are unhappy hearing me? I said to you, making you unhappy. I don't understand. You are not happy hearing me. If you eat there, you go in hell. You are not happy hearing that. Now you have a hope to be saved. Why not hearing me? It's good for you to hear me, to take suggestions. I say to you, don't reply back. Look on your life. J Senior. I have replied 1 John chapter. I've explained 1 John chapter. If you say that we are not sinner, you make him a liar. I have explained if you are not yet in Yahushua, saying that you are not sinner, you are a liar. If you are not yet in Yahushua, are a sinner. But when you arrive in Yahushua, the Lord says, He is manifested to take away sins and there is no sin in Him. From this moment, you are not sinner. Only in Yahushua, you are not sinner. That's why in Yahushua don't observe 10 commandments and love Moses, because it's brought death, being devil. Why you were free? The proof is you observe Ten Commandments and follow your God, you are sinner. Because of your God who is false. The first and the second, because of Ten Commandments you are observing. In whom your false God make you to observe, saying to you that observe it. True or false? That's true. Your false God saying to you that you should observe Ten Commandments. False God of the Greek saying observe Ten Commandments. So there we five. Because when Ten Commandments are ref, sin sprung to life, so the devil sprung to life. That's the Romans chapter 7 is name. When Ten Commandments are refs and they couldn't endure the scripture, sin sprung to life. But who is the sinner? The devil is the author of the sin. So, Ten Commandments will revive what? The Ten Commandments will revive the devil. The things and days of Satan trace you blue and white. Because since sprung to life, you are with the devil, so the devil trace you a trace blue and white. Yeah, even on your vehicle, you close by blue and white, so you don't come to yourself. When sin, these people are very missing. They are very missing. And there are many bringing, wearing this blue and white garments. Sunday's prayer or Sabbath day prayer, they are bring it. They are bring it. They colored the vehicle, the motorcycle, by this color with blue and white garments. Really, they belong to Abaddon and Apollyon. They belong to Satan. Really, it's a wrong story. It's a wrong story. And you want to be sinner normal because the devil that lives inside of you, you say that you are sinner. You are living with the devil. So you must be sinner, whether you like it or not. If they are hearing this, they don't like someone bringing white and blue and whites. We don't wanna see it. We can buy it. We can buy it blue and white garments, but not there is the question. As for me, how many colors is my dress here? I have many colors of my dress. So not blue and white garments is the problem. Son of God too, I have that's a problem. You bring, you buy it, you have a dress, 15,000, 3,000 and 5,000, but not there is a problem. Not your dress that I say to you, but this is the color of the devil. You said it. Abaddon and Apollyon. Already, that is from the devil. You admit the devil then. So you admit the command of the devil. I don't want to see, I don't want to talk of you, I don't want to refuse you. But look that you said that you are sinner, that the faithful or the false God you observe Ten Commandments. When Ten Commandments arrive, sin sprung to life. You say that you are sinner. You pray that we are sinner, not worthy, you call your God. But the scripture will say that you sins, don't seek God, nor know Him. So who is the one you are calling on your church? False. It's clear. We are lecturing it. The God you are calling is false. If He is true, you shouldn't say that you are sinner. You shouldn't say sinner. He is false. This God is false. That's why I say you are sinner. That is, it's up to us to meditate. That's why we are going to do the festivity on the 4th of March. What do you mean the festivity? We are doing the festivity because the God who take away sins arrives. His name who take away sins is arrived, because by His name you get a remission of sins. He arrives. He has a name. So the name brings salvations, arrive, brings someone in heaven. So someone arrives in heaven. This is the teaching that we have heard before the last. 43. You are rarely resided in heaven, but the arrival is alive here. Why not happy? Why not happy? Billion we have to do. That is it. It's a day to champ for glorifying God. You are saved, arrived in heaven, seeing the true God bringing salvation. You are not sinner anymore, but called person. You reside in heaven is the left and very imminent, very. Why not happy? Why not happy? That's the question. Why not happy? Silliness for those who who the one happy, this we desire to go in heaven, arrive in heaven. Not sinner, but just person that we desire, call us out. Because of the name of Yahushua that we have none. And these 10 commandments that I said to you, inscribe your name for the next baptism. These 10 commandments is too not made for you. Let's read. A command made for the people only. Let's read first Psalm 100. He said his word to Jacob and his rules and decrees to Israel. He has done this for all the nation. They don't know his laws. So, according to the law in the book of Psalm, 10 commandments and of Moses only made for the people of Israel. We justify that. And the people of Israel only do what's made. And not, it's not make known to Malagasy or French or English. If you in Malagasy see in me, and hearing me, and know it, if you know it, Malagasy, or someone be with you, you break the law. Who said to you that you make none of it? Because the law said that it is easy to do that. So we turn back to what Moses said, in which you couldn't refuse. Because Moses said, there is a command to add to the word or subtract from it. Deuteronomy chapter 4 and verse 2 and 8. Don't add to the words. Why command you don't subtract from it? The word of Moses you couldn't add or subtract.